Hey guys, this is Shruti Chakravarti, your career coach, and today we'll be discussing about how to provide high standards of education to your child within your budget. Let us make it clear that in a country like India, most of us are from middle class or lower middle class families, and we earn enough to satisfy all our basic necessities. So in situations like this, especially after corona pandemic, most of the spectrum which belongs to the middle class has fallen into the poverty line. And keeping this in mind, we have to address this most important problem which is being faced by most parents and would-be parents, which is regarding the future of their kids. The salaries aren't increasing that much, but the fees is increasing drastically every day. The days are gone where you could have completed till your matriculation with just 10,000 rupees. Even a nursery kid has to pay more than 1 lakh rupees to complete that standard. So how many lakhs are you spending on your kids' education? Okay, let us suppose that you are capable of spending that much of money on your kid. But are they getting proper education? Are you satisfied with their levels of standards? The standards of their education, the standards of their knowledge? Yes, the teachers are saying they are doing well, they are getting A grades. But when you sit and talk to your kids, you might have come across that their standards are not up to the mark. Now you are worried, you are spending more than what you could afford on your child's education, but you are not seeing proper results. This video is especially made for those who are worried about the increasing costs of education. If you are happy and satisfied spending lakhs and lakhs of amount on your child's education, please skip this video. But if you are in that spectrum of people who are worried about the costs and also the standards of education, keep watching. Let us first look into how the definition of middle class changed after the pandemic. Before pandemic, middle class is the class which earns enough to satisfy all the basic necessities. Now, the new middle class is which does not have any debt. If you have debt, you are in the poverty line. If you don't have any debt, you are in the middle class. No matter how much you are earning, in such situations, how are we going to cope up with this increasing costs? Yes, we cannot do anything about inflation. It is a national matter, but we can cut the education costs without compromising the standards of education. Let us try to understand this with an example scenario. For example, you are living in a village because the houses are big over there. So let us suppose that you got a house from your elders which is very big. But whatever you are earning is just enough to satisfy all your basic necessities like food and clothing. The shelter is already taken care of. Now, a big house has a lot of work needed to be done to it for its maintenance. Do you agree? Now, if you have enough income, you could hire a maid. But whatever you are earning is just enough to satisfy your basic needs, as said before. Now, how are you going to maintain that house? You are going to share the work. The family members are going to take care of the house. Even if it is difficult, they are going to do all the physical work needed to keep it clean. Right? Now, what if I hire a maid even if I couldn't afford it? You would call me lazy. You would call me irresponsible. Now, let me put it this way. You have a child, you have a family to take care of, and you are earning just enough to meet all the basic necessities and to save a little and to pay minimal amount for the fees towards your child's education. And You could do all the necessary work to make sure that your kid is achieving higher standards both in academics and extracurriculars, or you can pay someone to do all this for you. Now I hope you could see the problem here. You are paying the schools to do your work, or else you could have taken the responsibility yourself and you could provide all these amenities with a little extra hard work on your part. This is how you could plan your child's academics without spending lakhs of rupees on their education. Suppose your child is studying in a school which teaches Indian curriculum, whether it is ICSE, CBSE or state syllabus. Okay, we will talk about the international curriculum some other day. So for now, let us presume that your child is studying in a Indian curriculum teaching school. You have to make sure that the school is following the curriculum in such a way. The academics are only confined to the school hours. Suppose they are taking 6 to 7 hours per day to teach the academics, to make them practice the academics. So once they are out of the school, you need to make sure they are not burdened with the homework. This becomes very important as every teacher comes to the class, they teach something within 1 hour. Suppose they are teaching a little concept and a couple of problems within that hour, and they are giving the remaining as a homework. So do you know how many hours it is going to take for them to complete the homework? The teachers should be discussing this at the end of each day. Every class, every teacher should sit and think about what are the homeworks they have given, how much of the time this homework is consuming after the school hours. So if they are teaching for 6 to 7 hours in the school and they are giving a homework of 4 to 5 hours after school, when is the child going to learn the extracurriculars? So you need to make sure that the school curriculum is designed in such a way that it is not going to take up your child's time after the school hours. Once the school is over, you need to make sure they have 1 or more extracurriculars. You need not pay for all those extracurriculars. For example, if they are working with an NGO, they don't have to pay anything to provide services, but it is going to give them experience, which is asked in most of the international curriculums. This is what they are teaching in those curriculums also. This is what they are looking in the students also. So design your child's schedule in such a way. Some of their time should be catered to the services. Through this, they also understand how the society works, how to be social, and how to improve their communication when speaking with other people. If you are thinking what are the communication skills that are being taught and practiced within the schools is going to help them after their school life, you are mistaken. So where are these communication skills needed? When speaking to people, real normal people. Now your responsibility is to send your child into a safe environment where they are safe and let them communicate with the people within that environment. So this is going to improve their communication skills. When it comes to extracurriculars, you can help them with the arts, music, dance, sports, and there are teachers everywhere these days. If not, you could get better services also through online. And if you enroll them in one of those courses, they are not only going to get a certification, they are also going to practice a lots of arts and crafts within a given academic year. This is your responsibility to plan your child's curriculum after the school hours, so that within a week they take up a certain sessions in different arts, crafts and services session and communications, coding, or what are the extracurriculars they are interested in. You need to make sure that they try as many extracurriculars as possible so that they could choose what they are best at, so that they could pursue what suits them. This is what career coaching is all about. Finding a career that your kid, child, student is happy with, satisfied with. They are earning, but also they are learning. If you plan your child's curriculum in such a way, do you think your child will be any less than the student paying lakhs of rupees in those schools? Never. Your child is going to thrive more. They are going to do better than any student who is confined to all the extracurriculars within the school, all the communication skills within the school, all the services within the school. So whatever they are learning in the school, it is confined to their school environment. They are doing the best within the school itself. But your kid is learning from the society, is looking at different skillful persons, and they are trying to compete with them, and they are having a gist of how the real life is going to be after they have completed their academics. There is a solution to every problem, but instead of thinking that sending to someone, putting your kid in someone's hands is better than you planning yourself, you taking your time. Now, what is the problem here? What is the extra work you are doing here? You have to make sure that they try all these extracurriculars. You have to put them in an environment where they could have accessibility to all these services, and you might have to drop them and pick them up after their every class. And if you could do this extra work for your child, you are going to save thousands of rupees within an academic year and lakhs over the time. Hope you found this video useful, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to get more videos from me. Thank you. This is Shruti Chakravarti signing off.